I could brag and say we're the best, which we are, but I don't want to.
Hi, and welcome to the very first episode of The Light of Care, the podcast about our company, FirstLight Home Care of San Francisco and the Peninsula. On this podcast, we'll have some conversations, real conversations about care, family, and what it means to age with dignity. I'm Lynn Carteris, and I'm joined by someone very special, my husband, business partner, and co-founder of our home care franchise, Jim Carteris.
Hey, everybody. I'm very excited to be here. I'm honored to be able to talk about, how we got here, what home care is, and, what we're going to be able to do to contribute to the community and offer seniors the dignity of aging at home and aging in place is what they call it. And, and maybe give a little bit of an education.
Well, let's just get started here with the basics. What exactly is home care? A lot of people confuse it with medical care. Basically, what is it that we do?
Well, home care is actually it's not a new industry. It's just newly recognized. But everybody really wants to age at home. People confuse home care with, somebody coming in and taking care of the home. That's not what home care is. Home care is taking care of the seniors that living at home that want to age at home and age in place. This is where they're the most comfortable, where they can feel at ease with themselves. And again, as people get older, a lot of times there are memory care issues, and even more so in that case, we want them to be at home where they're most familiar. So what we do as in the home care industry is we provide caregivers that will be with those seniors or family members or those people that are in need, to allow them to be at home, to assist them with their daily living activities, whether it be bathing, whether it be meal preps, whether it be medication reminders. It's all non-medical, so it's having your own home care assistant.
There's a lot of agencies out there. What have you done to create something that differentiates us or things that differentiates us from other agencies?
Well, first of all, there are a lot of good agencies, okay? So I'm not going to, I could brag and say we're the best, which we are, but I don't want to. I feel that there are a lot of good agencies out there, but I think what we have done is we've implemented a structure that goes beyond just providing an individual in the home. I've got clients that will call me any time of the night, weekends, doesn't matter, 24/7, I still answer the phone. And that means a lot to those people that we're serving because they are in the middle of it.
So let's go back to December 2019.
Okay.
How'd you get in this business? And why'd you decide to do it?
Well, it's probably not as conventional as most people would think, as I never really thought about being in the home care business. I was in the staffing business for years. I was, palling around with some friends of mine, ride motorcycles together. We were talking about different business opportunities. I was looking at something completely different. And he told me about another friend of ours that I went to high school with who had got into the home care business, and he was doing great. And I didn't really know what home care was, but I gave him a call, learned a little bit more about what he was doing. It was somewhat similar to my staffing business that I had been doing for the last 20 years. So I said, okay, this sounds great. So I approached the company, started doing some more research about what they were doing and how they were, providing this care. And one thing led to another, and we decided to move forward with it. This January 2020, I think we signed our agreements. We were in training by March. We got our license in April, and we were, providing services by May of 2020, right in the middle of COVID. It was an interesting first year. So.
And what were some of those biggest challenges as we're trying to build this business?
Well, everything was locked down. We couldn't go anywhere. So, this business is like any business. You have to be able to engage with people. You have to be able to shake hands. You have to meet people. You have to find out what's going on in the community. You can't do that really by phone.
I do remember those days. It was a crazy time in the world, in our business, and we had boxes of hazmat suits because you had to take every caregiver and introduce them to the communities with the hazmat suit in tow.
I mean, it was definitely, it was a different time. It was starting for us, so it was kind of brand new. Everything was brand new, so this was just another, avenue or another, brand new piece that we had to have in the puzzle. But yeah, I mean, we did whatever we could in order to feel good. And the interesting thing was, this allowed us to become Rookie of the Year because we were able to help so many so early that
Rookie of the Year for the corporation.
for all of
the
FirstLight
branch.
Home Care, yeah. And so, which was kind of a
That
surprise.
was a fun trip.
That was a fun trip. No, so yeah, they had all kinds of awards for that, but it was another recognition for what we were doing.
I remember when I first started, which was August of last year. I stopped working my real estate business that I had been doing for almost 18 years, and I decided to join forces with Jim for many reasons. And I remember going to one of the first communities that I went to visit to introduce myself as co-owner with Jim. And I think that part of what really made the difference for Jim is that this person who was a director of a facility said, during COVID, Jim brought every single caregiver to our facility and introduced us. And that is how you got where you are in this community of everyone knows you.
Well, it's a relationship business. I mean, we're
course.
dealing directly with individuals. In my previous business, it was a B2B, right? Business to business. So, yes, you need to build relationships. A lot of the time, if you could do it face to face, that was great, but you didn't always have that opportunity. This business is completely reliant upon meeting people face to face so they know who you are. They're trusting their residents or their family members with people. And if you can't feel comfortable with those people, you'll never really be able to convey the kind of security and safety that they're looking for. So, and you coming in, I thought was fantastic, which I wanted you to come in for years, but, we work together. We've been together a long time, right? I mean,
Yes, we have.
Married this week, 39 years, been together 40 some odd years. We now are working in the community where, Lynn has always been engaged with the community. I mean, she's had relationships in this community for many years. My businesses were always out of the area. So me coming into the area and now being able to work with Lynn in an area where she was already leveraging relationships was a win-win.
Well, it's been a great transition for me. This business is all about helping people. And for me, being my last leg of my career, I'm so proud to be a part of this. I'm so proud of what you've done. I'm so proud that we just won the Best of San Mateo Mayor's Award for excellence, second year in a row. I feel like this was what we were destined to do, without a doubt.
Well, let's face it, it's not just us and me that did this. I have an amazing team.
I'm getting there next.
Okay, so I'll jump in there. But, we kind of, moved this business forward for the first year and a half or so with just a few of us trying to, find our way, what the right formula was. And we brought on some key individuals into the organization to help us build from there. And we just have skyrocketed since then.
We're so lucky to have this team. I thank my lucky stars every night.
Part of what we do in order to inspire our team and take care of our caregivers is we do recognition ceremonies for our caregivers, caregiver of the month, caregiver of the quarter. We have events to bring our caregivers together, so it's not all about working. This business is very stressful. You have to be able to pull them out of it to make sure that they are important, they are recognized, and we try to do that everywhere we can. I would say most of, if not all of our caregivers have chosen this as their lifetime career. This is not a thing that they're doing as a summer job. This is something that they are dedicated to.
What are our goals? What are we looking at?
Well, that kind of shifts around quite a bit, but, there's my goal as well as our team's goal is to continually grow that, establish ourselves, make sure that we have the infrastructure, the team, and the wherewithal to be able to provide care for anybody and whoever needs care in this vast footprint.
Excellent. Anything else you want to say?
Justin, I'm very proud to be here. I'm glad we're doing this podcast. I hope that we can inspire those that are trying to learn from this. We're going to have many guests over the next several months to talk about different aspects of senior care. And we hope that it will inspire and educate those that are really interested in learning about the industry.
Well, thanks for tuning in to our very first episode. We're excited to keep sharing stories from our journey and from others in this space. Our website is FirstLightHomeCare.com. Be sure to like and subscribe, leave a review, and follow us for more behind the scenes of life, business, and care. See you soon.